get rid of that. Hey everyone, Jennifer Zeller, Abundance Real Estate, the Registry Realtor. I'm here with TJ.
I'm TJ Ebert, Senior Loan Officer at Provisor Inc. My NMLS is 506744. Provisor Inc. NMLS 1802853. We are a Wisconsin-based mortgage lender, and we are equal housing lender as well.
Nice job with the housekeeping. All right.
Now on to the fun stuff.
On to the fun stuff, yeah. So last time we talked about getting pre-approved, the starting process, things to think about. So we're part 2 of our 3-part series, and today we're going to talk about now you're actively looking for homes and what does that look like, what your agent's doing, what your lender's doing, and how that works together. So you went through, you got your pre-approval, you let your agent, so you talk to agent TJ, you've got your pre-approval, he sends it over to me, you send it over to me, and let's say you already had a search set up. So the first thing we're going to do is look at your search and see if you want to change it. When we if we start your search while you're in the process of getting pre-approved, let's say we just start out with like 400,000 in Ozaukee County, and your pre-approval comes through and it's at 450. So we have a couple of options. We can raise your search area, or maybe you know that you don't want to go to your full level. Like, how often do you have, TJ, somebody gets pre-approved and like, oh, I don't want to go quite that high?
It's, I would say majority of the time, the ability that I'm able to pre-approve them, the total limit they're able to be pre-approved for is higher, sometimes much higher, but higher than what they are personally comfortable with in terms of having their monthly mortgage payment.
So when that happens, do you lower their pre-approval, or do you still give that for your pre-approval, or what do you do when they say, oh, I don't want to go that high?
It's, every situation is a little bit different. It's ultimately the property or properties that they are looking for. I want to be able to give a pre-approval that puts them in position to win the house that they're looking at. So it's not just a blank pre-approval of up to X dollar amount. It's going to be working with Jennifer and saying, hey, this house here we want to put an offer on. We'll talk about your offer price, and I'll put that offer price, match that accordingly on the pre-approval letter.
You know, that makes me think, so a couple things. First of all, that's why it's really important, like we've talked about before, it's kind of a triangle, it's not you in between your lender and your agent. It's really important, I think, that we have a relationship, that we're all working together. So like when I call TJ, he can know that you've given me approval to talk to me, and I know exactly where this is at. Because if you think about it, so let's say we had our pre-approval at our search at 400, you're like, that's where we want to be. And I'm like, okay, but maybe you find the perfect house. It's at 400, but we have to write more. Well, I need to be able to know, like, at that time, can we even write higher? And so that's why it's important, like TJ and I have a conversation ahead of time. All right, we have our pre-approval at 4, but what if we need to go higher to get the house? One thing that won't happen though, like let's say you pre-approve for 450 and they want to write 470. What happens then?
It's a conversation of we're not able to do this unless, we talk about plan B, C, or D on how you could get there. It could be a gift from family. It could be other ways, paying down other debts. But it wouldn't be just simple, let's go for it, hope for the best. We're not going to take that approach.
No, that's good to hear. Makes me feel better.
Absolutely. But one thing that's important when, as you were saying, of when there's a house that you want to put an offer on, making sure that all 3 parties, all 3 of us are in that conversation, is the pre-approval amount. That loan amount is really